So I'm back. Just cut these two pieces out. I've got to finish cutting that. No easy feat, as you can see. That's done. That can go in the old vice. Cheers, don't. See what happens, eh? Getting a bit late now. Been at garage all day, one or two things. They know I've got a subscriber called Jamie Needham, and he's doing it for free. He needs all the help he can get, really, so if he can buy some of his stuff, that helps his channel, that helps him to buy parts. I've got a few parts I'm sorting out for him. I've got a windscreen. When he comes and collects it, there'll be some other parts. I don't know whether he's got a dash or not, but I've got a dash. But it's good if you're into that sort of thing, and you know you can help him. I mean, just buy him a cup of coffee. 50 people buy him a cup of coffee, it's 150 quid. Like, buy some parts and materials. As Matthewson said, Dave Matthewson, you don't make money out of restoring cars. True. It's a labour of love, basically. It's all metal work. That's that one done. Right, we'll cut these out. But yeah, it's retro rust. It used to be called Leicester Ford Capri, but now it's retro rust. We're all your pliers. So yeah, if you can. The other thing is the raffle. There you go. I think it's drawn on the bank holiday. So you have a chance to get a ticket to win a nice newly sprayed Morrissey towel. There you go. And I bought a few tickets. I've promoted it. I've told everybody about it, and yeah, I think it's good. We've got to keep the youngsters involved in classic cars. It's far, far better than computer games, believe me, the satisfaction. So yeah. Oh. Getting a bit late now. I better go in a bit, see if they're thinking where I've gone. Not hobbling. What's on there? Because my left knee. But yeah. Anybody knows, if you saw the Fiesta, anybody got any idea what it's worth? Because I've had a few offers on it, and I don't know. And I know it's a rare car, so, but there's not many about like it. And I thought the Fiesta boys would have gone gaga over it. But one or two have. I mean, one guy asked me if it was ready to drive straight away. No, it's not. It wants some restoration. This is the point. People think they're not wised up that a car that at that age, you could just drive it. You can't. You've got to make sure it's safe. That's not MOT and tax exempt. That's 40 years and 3 months. That's what it is. Then your classic is MOT exempt and tax. Or is it? Yeah. I know it's tax exempt 40 years and 3 months. It must be MOT exempt after 50 years. Gotta be. Yeah, I think that's it. 50 years, 3 months. But you still have to get a tax. You still have to tax it, but it doesn't cost you anything. So it's not exempt. It's just free. The MOT, it's at your discretion. Personally, I want MOT. Then you know you can show them what road, because if the police stop you and you have to MOT it, they'll go through a car. If they find anything, then it's there. You don't want your car confiscating, do you? Let's face it. Anyway, we've got these two cooked. Time to call it a night. So, I'm going in to go to bed. Well, I shall see you in a minute. Hey, up and back. I've got the front valance. I've done the other end. This is where the wing bolts onto the front valance. As you can see, it's rusty. Pretty good, but you can't put that back on. It's got to be cleaned. I've got to make a new template. I've got to make one of them. Then I'll cut this off and I'll weld it on at the back. I'll put some stitching on the front, grind it all flat. That's just another part of front valance, isn't it? It is where it is. So I ain't got no thinner cord. I'd like some. I ain't got none. But yeah, this is how we're going to have to manage, isn't it? Anyway, we'll just cut some cardboard. Very serious off my thumb. We're going to have to do it from the little end, a bit at a time. That's got to be done there to there. So that's got to. Let's take a template and then we know where to cut it. Pencil, yeah. See that? Don't forget the all important hole. Now that, yeah. I'd say if I put that and that like that, I could fit in there better. Let's have a look. Is it touching? It is. Very good. I think a bit more than that. No. Crazy. That's good. That's good. We'll have that then. to that we add the lip. So yeah, it's a boring job, and somebody's got to do it. That's one. That is top. Right. Number 2. Another. This is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. See what happens. Let's have a look. No. You're constantly thinking when you're doing this, am I making the right move? Yeah, well, I reckon I am. So, if that's got to go in there, that's not doing bad, is it? That's not a bad old shot, I think. There you go, well then, shot. We got him good. Right. Not rough, okay. Right, so that is going to be, anyway, it's a bit boring like I said. Hey up, back again. Been in the wars, been on holiday. Before I went on holiday, Minnie went. Now I've got a new right knee that was replaced in 2014, and I've had all my shoulders and my elbows and my wrists separated on. But this knee decided to start clicking. Then came the pain. But I've ended up with one of these, a mobility scooter. I can probably walk 5 yards and then I had to sit down. I've been to docks, 3-year waiting list, so looks like I've got 3 years on a mobility scooter when I go out. But I'm alright in the garage, and that's what matters really. Today, my grandson's been down, my son's been down, he's been over here. The garage has been active, been over here, he's doing his spare wheels for his Type R. Yes, he's bought it under Type R. and we went to Manchester and all over and that, and oh dear, we've met scammers in Manchester, reported them to police. Anyway, today grandson come and he says, Grandad, he says, can I go welding? I said, of course you can, son. I said, you've got to learn. Well, he's been doing bits and bits and bits. Anyway, we've today we've done this, look. Let me just turn the light on. And there's it. And I do declare, you can see it now, look. What's that? Oh yeah, that's in the thingy. What we've done, we've cut that out and put a new lip on the outside. So he's going to grind it down. I've only welded one side, as you can see. But he's going to grind it down tomorrow when he comes, because he's off cut at school holidays. But he ain't done a bad job. I think there's a bit there wants filling in. But overall, we see what happens when it's ground down. Yeah. You want to come in out, because this side, let me put it back. Because this side, when I come to me stripping it down, noticed that from there, up there had been in an accident and it had been bodged. So I'm hoping to recreate the mirror image of the other side. Not a lot else to say. The car's in for MOT, Young Red, the estate, that's in for MOT. I've had a look round it, been underneath it. Everything seems pretty good, except for like surface rough all of it, back end, and you know, inside of it, tow bars and all that. So we're gonna, me and grandson are gonna have a day while brushing it down. We're gonna be using these paint and rust removal pads. I've got some Isopon P38 zinc. I'm going to spray that all over it underneath. And we might finish off. It'll get some cool rust in bad parts, but it's got to look good for MOT, you see. So, but we'll see how we go. I've got a problem with it at the moment. We'll have a caravan. I'm coming back. Been behaved, totally behaved. They were coming back, and I noticed it's been using quite a bit of fuel. And I thought, well, what could be wrong with this? And not be short-changed at Asda or at the garage. But it went into limpo mode and it threw the PO100 up, which is basically the MAF sensor. It's breaking the circuit. Now, MAF sensors can be bad. They can cut your miles per gallon down, they can give you poor starting, they can make the engine smoke. Because basically what they do, they measure the air going into the engine so that the PCM can put the right amount of diesel or petrol into it, so it's running smoothly. And if the MAF sensor says it's blowing more air than it is, then it's going to be putting more diesel in and using more diesel. So I've got one in order. We'll change that probably tomorrow when it comes. We'll change that and we'll see how we go. The other thing is we might be having a trip to Manchester to take the Fiesta, so that'll be videoed as escapades. Once I've got red sorted, then I don't mind taking a Fiesta on a twin axle trailer to Manchester over M62. I don't want to go into limpo mode on there with a trailer on. Simple. No way do I want to do that. But anyway, I think we're up to date now. We're still on with Reds. I don't know where it is, what episode, whatever it is. But it'll be on the air when it starts. We're still on with Red's front balance. We're going to be on that for a while because it wants lost retention. My son says you want the screen coming out so we can get that done and get all dash rebuilt. Well, I think that's for a bit another time. But now we're going to go on to valance again, the front valance, the front panel. It was some work, but if you buy a new one you've got to clean it all down to mould it all in and do all this and do all that and do all that. Well, just look at it like this, it'll already be done on it. So, but that's done. That can be, so as I say, he'll grind that down tomorrow. We can get this bucket sorted, done, ready for the wing going back on. Then it'll leave us with that side to match up to the wing, fit it back on. Anyway, we'll crack on, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, I'm back. We was working on the front panel, as you can see. I've done this corner, I've got a little bit of molding to do here. I've put the plates in at the back, we've got to drill the holes, and I've got to tidy the edges up and be ready to go on that. But I've realised, after taking a bit of stock, that I'm going to need red mobile with the use of the garage. I've just recently bought a S-Max, and it wanted a few things doing to it. I knew that when I bought it, and got it at the right price. But I really need to use the garage now winter's here. So what I'm going to do from now, I know this is the resto episode 21 part 2, but I've got to concentrate on getting the engine bay and that side done. So this will take a little back step for a while, and I'll have more room to make a trestle to put it on so I can repair it. Now, as I said in the past, this side has been in an accident. It's had a bump here, this part here, and I didn't find it until I come to take all these spot welds off, and I realised that this side had been seam welded. But anyway, we're going to set to, as they say, on that side, and get that done. So I'm going to get engine bay sprayed and the inner wheel arch painted before I put the axle on, so that can be covered, and then that's the job done. But it all takes time, and this is it. You see, restoring cars takes a lot of your time. You can easily see why the companies say there's no money in restoring cars unless you're restoring it for somebody. So see you in a minute. Hey up. Like this is the explanation for this front panel. As I said it a while ago, a few minutes ago, we're going to need the car red on its wheels so we can move it in and out of the garage, so we can use the garage for other things. As I said, I bought an S-Max trade price. I know it wanted a few things doing to it. We're getting on top of them, but I've got a couple of things to do to the engine, and I need the garage because it is too got the heater on and it's still -3 in here, and you've got to vertically sit on top of the heater to get it to do anything. So garage work for the moment put on hold, but as we are, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we hope to get some more footage out after Christmas. I have been in and out of hospital. I got a suspected tumour on my kidney. I've had all the tests, scans and everything, and that's all come back as a benign cyst. But my knee, as I explained, I've got to have a mobility scooter. No doubt I'll put some stickers on it and everything, and we'll get noticed. But I've got to go and have an X-ray Monday before Christmas, and then we'll go from there. I had an assessment by the physios, and they said there's enough evidence there for to go to the next stage, which is X-ray, to see what damage is done. So we're looking at either physio or a new knee. Then it's only my right knee. But anyway, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See you in 23. See you later.